What's good, y'all? It's your man's IRLnash back in the building. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Oh, Jasper, we here. Pause. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Y'all already know what it is. Shit, we about to tap into this Matty Balls video, the most controversial music videos of all time. I'm saying one of them gotta be uh uh Nelly's tip drill. It's gotta be. I just feel like if it ain't, then they bullshitting. To be honest with you, so I feel like that's gotta be one of them. But we'll see. We'll see. Mike shot turn. I'm gonna turn this one down just a little bit so it ain't picking me up as much. So they don't need that bitch picking me up as much. All right, let's jump into this shit, y'all.
Such an underrated form of art. They can add so much to a song, whether it be through messaging, world building, or just some really cool editing or cinematography. But sometimes music videos can add a bit to a song in a fairly controversial way.
Yeah.
Whether it be Lil Nas X twerking on the devil and creating a modern day satanic panic, Miley Cyrus riding a wrecking ball naked and terrifying parents across the country, or Madonna getting multiple music videos banned because of how controversial they were. There have been some crazy music videos. So today I wanted to look into some of the most controversial music videos of all time, starting off with Madonna, who actually had 3 insanely controversial ones. First though, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Qobuz. On this channel, I've covered different streaming services, labels, and partners that work with them. They really prioritize human curation, which is really cool, unlike some others, which can really help showcase a new, diverse. Let's continue. Madonna is a music legend. She's been dubbed the Queen of Pop and one of the most significant cultural figures in the 20th and 21st centuries. And a big reason she's had such strong staying power for so long is her ability to continuously reinvent herself and her music to match the times we're in. But sometimes these experiments with social, political, sexual, and religious themes have gotten her into some controversies, especially with her music videos. One of her first controversial videos was for her 1989 song Like a Prayer. The controversy came from Madonna's sexualization of religion. However, it was the music video which really ruffled some feathers. In the video, Madonna witnesses a white woman being sexually assaulted and then killed by a group of white men. But a black man is arrested for the crime, so Madonna turns to the church. The video also features a bunch of Christian imagery, a KKK burning of the cross, and a dream of Madonna kissing a black saint. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this video. And because of its imagery, Christian groups worldwide, including the Vatican, immediately condemned the video, while family and religious groups protested against its progress. At one point, they even started boycotting Pepsi and its subsidiaries, including KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, all because they were using the song in a commercial and sponsoring Madonna's next world tour. As a result, Pepsi actually canceled their contract with Madonna, and they were in such a rush to distance themselves from her that they actually just let her keep the.
Yeah, check this out.
Sorry, y'all. I forgot to pay my YouTube bill.
That's
the $5 million they paid her.
A couple of people were threatening to boycott the bottling companies in the South. Well, I think they were really afraid that this whole thing was going to like blow up.
That's YouTube. That's what YouTube.
They didn't want to do anything to harm Pepsi.
Were you surprised by this?
Yeah, I was.
This song was a huge hit, and you've definitely heard it before, which makes it all the more surprising.
Nigga, YouTube, we love you, but goddamn, y'all niggas, we really started watching y'all because we didn't like TV, and then y'all niggas just turned into TV. Come on with that, come on with that ad shit, man. Come on.
To find out about all of this controversy that it caused at the time. Years later, Madonna looked back at the Like a Prayer controversy, saying, "So began my illustrious career as an artist refusing to compromise my artistic integrity. Artists are here to disturb the peace." And disturb the peace she continued to do. The next music video she had that was quite controversial was for her song Justify My Love in 1990. In the video, Madonna basically is seduced by a mysterious man and woman, and then practically teases a three-way for the rest of the time. And the guy is also wearing a giant crucifix, so more religion/sexual mashup sort of themes. Unlike Like a Prayer though, Justify My Love was pretty much all about sexual themes, which back in the 90s was a little bit more risque. The video was set to premiere as the main event on MTV's Madonnathon weekend event. However, the network suddenly announced that it could no longer be broadcast. MTV's correspondent Kurt Loder explained the reason, saying, "When MTV programming executives got their first look at the video's steamy bed scenes, gay and lesbian snuggling, S&M, and briefly bared female breasts, they decided they couldn't air it. In the past, MTV had let risky videos slide, like Madonna's Express Yourself, Oh Father, and Vogue, but apparently this time it was too far. Some industry insiders..."
This is the reason why people talk about it, and I just want to bear witness, just because like I understand the over correction to an extent, Because it's like, bro, you could not put none of that shit on TV back in the day. That shit was crazy. Nowadays, they just like, we're putting it in there because of political. We don't even give a fuck. We don't even give a fuck, bro. And I'm not saying that, you know, people of that community are using it as a political agenda. I'm saying that other people are politicizing that shit to an extreme amount also. Because if you hear some of the gay people, they be like, yeah, it is a little bit too much sometimes. It is a little bit crazy at times.
Yeah, that's exactly how they do.
Theorized that the video was designed with the intention of being banned as a marketing stunt. And it kind of worked if that's true, because the controversy got a bunch of attention.
You know, if we're gonna have censorship, let's not be hypocrites about this. Let's not have double standards, you know? I mean, why is it okay for 10-year-olds to see, you know, someone's body being ripped to shreds, or Sam Kinison spitting on Jessica Hahn? Why are we gonna deal with these issues? Why is that okay? Why do parents not have a problem with that? But why do they have a problem with two adults, you know, two consenting adults displaying affection for each other, regardless of their sex?
In the end, the video was subsequently banned from MTV and all other networks internationally because it was so sexually explicit, which forced Madonna to sell it on her own, which did make her a good amount of money. And I even saw some reports saying that in Saudi Arabia, it was sold at a high price as illegal market porn. And while Madonna was riding the line with these videos and controversies, it wouldn't go as far as her next one. The music video for her 2003 song American Life started off with a military-themed fashion show. As it progressed, including soldiers getting limbs blown off and a ton of real graphic footage. The whole point of this was to expose the dark truth behind war, especially ones that the US is involved in, and how often it's covered up or hidden from the public. Due to its odd sound, Blender ranked it among the worst songs of all time, and the music video didn't help, especially since it came right after 9/11, which led to many critics accusing Madonna of being anti-American.
People could look at it and say, Madonna is anti-American. Oh my God, look at this video she just put out.
Well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
In the video, which premieres on VH1 April 4th following the Madonna Speaks episode, she tosses a hand grenade and displays the graphic violence of war.
3 days before the video was set to be released, Madonna pulled it, stating that since the video was filmed before the US started a war with Iraq, it might come off wrong. To many, this was a huge moment. Some claimed it was the first time Madonna had self-censored, and others like Shakira said they expected more backbone from her. When Madonna did release a video,
that's when people start fucking with you. Once you don't do what you always have been doing, it's like, bro, the people who fuck with you, they gonna keep on running. The moment that you backtrack, you like, you know what? They might be right about this one. Gotcha, bitch. That Dave Chappelle fucking me. Like, nigga, but you about to be fucked in the game forever.
Man.
People ain't never gonna fuck with you the same again.
Nah.
Cause they just gonna be like, you a poser, or you faking, or you. It takes a certain pressure for you to break eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, look, ain't no pressure for me. As soon as the government come to my door, nigga, I'm packing up the rap game. I'm leaving everything alone. Cause it's either you or you. Cause it ain't gonna be me. That's the show. That's the shit show. It ain't about to be me, nigga. Yeah, so shit. So when them niggas come knocking for me, I'm just gonna leave. They just like, we're gonna end your career. Shit, I'll end it. I'm leaving. I'm going to Guadalajara. Or however you say that shit, nigga.
That nigga said I'm ending it myself.
I'll end it myself, nigga. Fuck that shit. Soon as them niggas come knocking, I'm out of here. Rockabye, baby. I'm gone, bro. I'm not coming back. Fuck out of here, bro. Cause it's just like, once them niggas start looking at you, they don't stop looking at you.
No, they don't.
Pause. The FBI just don't stop looking at you. Like, there's a reason why this nigga Eazy-E is gone. There's a reason why that nigga Ice Cube make family movies. Respectfully.
For American Life, it was a new, highly edited, much less controversial video, and to some critics, it was pretty boring, with the original not being released until years later in 2023 on YouTube. However, this version was still without the original ending, which had a hand grenade being thrown at President Bush. Madonna's career was in part defined by controversy, so these controversial and shocking videos from her aren't that insane, but that isn't always the case with these other music videos. The Prodigy is a trailblazer and one of the most influential / successful electronic music groups in history, and despite
Has Kyrie texted you back?
I don't want to talk about it.
How was the math test?
Don't want to talk about it.
Controversy,
What?
their
Yeah,
1997
nigga,
song Smack My Bitch Up was voted the third greatest dance track of all
Smack
time by
my
Mixed
bitch
Bag
up.
readers in 2013. But its suggestive title is
What?
hardly the most controversial part, especially compared to its music video, which is a major reason the song was also subsequently voted as the most controversial song of all time in a survey conducted by
Nigga took a
PRS for
shit?
Music.
Yeah.
The rarely
Alright,
seen on
come on
TV
now.
music video depicts the first-person perspective of a drug and alcohol-fueled night out. The character first showers and gets dressed, then they ramp things up, drinking some vodka, sniffing some coke before they head out. At a bar, they have a bunch more drinks, they essay multiple women, violently attack several men, and destroy the DJ's equipment, all before running to the toilets to throw up and inject drugs. Later at a strip club, they drink more alcohol while watching new dancers, and eventually break into and steal a car to bring one stripper home and have sex. Finally, after they hook up, a look in the mirror reveals the main character to have been a young blonde woman the entire time. This video has zero censorship, completely showing everything I just mentioned. Due to the lyrics alone, which consisted only of change my pitch up, smack my bitch up, the song was banned in a lot of places.
If you'd have said it was a blue-haired woman in today's day and age, it was like, that's what I thought the whole time.
Right.
Sexually assaulted other women, smacked men, fucked up the DJ equipment. That's just a blue-haired woman in today's day and age. Said, oh, that was revolutionary. Then it was a blonde woman the whole time. Shit, that's just my bad.
And since the music video contains pictures of driving under the influence, drug use, violence, vandalism, nudity, and sex, it obviously attracted a lot of controversy. While the video was removed from even MTV's late night rotation, it was still somehow nominated for 4 awards in the 1998 MTV VMAs, and eventually won Best Dance Video and Breakthrough Video. The Prodigy even joked that since no radio station would play their song, they made a music video that no one would play to go along with it. However, unlike the Prodigy, Miley Cyrus seemingly made her music videos with the intention of going viral, especially since she was only a couple years removed from her Disney star era. In 2011, Miley Cyrus left Disney and her hit show Hannah Montana at the age of 19. By this point, it was obvious she was growing out of her child star role and left to pursue what seemed like limitless potential in a music career. However, while one of her next moves would grab the world's attention, it wasn't for a reason that many viewers expected. In the summer of 2013, Miley Cyrus dropped the song We Can't Stop. The track had wild enough lyrics to start a controversy on their own, but when the music video released days later, the attention spiked to a new level. Before this, most fans pretty much remembered Miley for her innocent Disney days. So when the
Mike Will made his shit, cause she made a whole CD with that nigga Mike Will made it.
I'd have never guessed that.
Yeah, that was when this Miley Cyrus her.
Music video for We Can't Stop was posted, it shot to almost 11 million views in the first 24 hours. And in a little over a month, it was at 100 million. The video depicted a house party with a bunch of odd or random things happening, including the creation of a mountain made of white bread, the kicking of a skull made of french fries, and the simulated slicing of a woman's fingers. But what made people especially mad was the twerking and just overall the sexual undertones. This really upset people, especially because just a few years back, Miley was one of the biggest child role models in the country because of Hannah Montana, and her viral live performance of the song at the VMAs caught just as much flack. With We Can't Stop, Miley set multiple Vivo streaming records that she again broke herself just months later. If parents thought the worst of it all was behind them, they were definitely wrong, because months later, Miley Cyrus put out Wrecking Ball. In the video, which now has over 1 billion views, Miley Cyrus is licking a sledgehammer.
A billy.
A Billy?
A billy.
That's crazy, brother. How? Who went and watched that video that much? I ain't never even seen it. I've seen clips of it. Don't get me wrong, of course. All right. Don't bash me. I'm not saying I ain't seen the video. I'm saying I never watched it one time through. Of course, I've seen the video on Facebook.
Yeah, you skimmed through it. You probably,
just
or you probably just seen
when
clips.
people was making fun of her for it.
But that's all you seen.
That's all I seen. You know, people be like, nigga, you had to have seen that shit. Like, bitch, I ain't seen shit. How about that?
Right.
But a Billy is crazy. That's wild.
Putting on a wrecking ball. And as many of you may remember, at first she's wearing a little bit of clothing, but by the end of the video, she's only wearing boots.
Yeah.
I remember I was 11 when this video came out, and you know, I was curious. I checked it out. I told my uncle about it, and he snitched on me to my mom. Critics' initial responses were pretty negative, with most labeling the video as a poor attempt of transitioning into the next stage of her career, and across the globe the video was censored or banned entirely in multiple countries. And even Sinead O'Connor, who apparently inspired the video, expressed her concern and warned Miley about being prostituted by the music industry with her new provocative sexualization, which even prompted a little bit of a beef on Twitter between the two. To this day, Miley expresses regret.
No. Come on. Sinead O'Connor was the one saying this?
Provocative sexualization, which even prompted a little bit of a beef on Twitter between the two. To this day,
that's crazy.
I feel like this video, like this song, probably had like a whole subliminal meaning to it, for sure.
Damn, Miley Cyrus said before Amanda Bynes, there was Sinead O'Connor. See, that's why you don't be fucking with kids, bro. Anytime somebody just like 10, 15, 20 years younger than you, leave them niggas alone on the internet, bro.
Yeah.
They are going to fuck you up. That's why 50 Cent getting fucked up by T.I.'s sons right now. Them niggas is fucking him up.
Man.
They stinging this nigga. I'm like, shit, 50, fight back. Nigga said, I'm not going to respond. I wouldn't either. You gonna lose. Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. You literally got banned from everything because she fucking said, ripped up a picture of the Pope. I don't think you are the right messenger for this message, Sinead O'Connor. I'm just
beef on Twitter between the two. To this day, Miley expresses regret with how the video was made and the execution of it all, especially the hammer licking part.
That's something you can't take away. Swinging around naked on a wrecking ball lives forever. Once you do that in a mass, that I did, it's forever. Yeah. I'm never living that down. I will always be the naked girl on a wrecking ball. No matter how much I just frolic with Emu, I'm always the naked girl.
Licking a sledgehammer.
Yeah, exactly.
What it is.
I just licked the sledgehammer. I should have thought how long that was gonna have to follow me around. Yeah.
But while Miley may have had some regrets for her video, it's hard to imagine Lil Nas X had any for his, seeing as how successful it was. The song Montero, Call Me By Your Name, was first premiered during a Super Bowl commercial, and the accompanying music video dropped.
If you're struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me
later in March of 2021. At this point, Lil Nas X was still known for Old Town Road. He didn't really have too many controversies. So when this video for the song Montero hit the internet, viewers were shocked, to say the least, especially considering it features Lil Nas X as various characters in biblical and mythological inspired scenes, which isn't the sole problem. The biggest problem to many was that he mixed these religious themes with LGBTQ themes. The music video begins with Lil Nas X portraying both Adam and the serpent in the Garden of Eden. The serpent seduces Adam using its third eye, and the two kiss. And then he has a scene in the Coliseum where he's killed by a butt plug thrown from the crowd. After this, he starts to ascend to an angelic figure in heaven before grabbing onto a pole, which sends him down to hell. As he pole dances, he makes his way over to Satan and proceeds to give him a lap dance wearing Calvin Klein underwear and thigh-high boots with stiletto heels, looking like Patrick from SpongeBob. Just kidding, Lil Nas X, you look good. And then after snapping Satan's neck, Lil Nas X crowns himself with horns as his eyes glow and lays myrrh. The music video was praised by a bunch of LGBTQ groups, and weirdly enough, David Harris, a magister of the Church of Satan. But obviously, I'm sure as many of you remember, this video really upset conservatives, Christians, both of them together, who all deemed it immoral or harmful to children. There's also the big argument that since Old Town Road was such a kid-friendly song, or at least people kind of viewed it that way, that he shouldn't be doing this because he has a very young audience. On top of this, a bunch of pastors, athletes, and even some musicians criticized it as well.
I didn't know who Lil Nash X was. Little thug, whoever. I had no idea who he was. We was riding this morning. Hudson said, well, what made him famous? I said, well, he was at horses. Horses and whatever.
You gotta go there. The nigga named Lil Nas X, you gonna say Lil Thug, whatever. That wasn't even in the cards. That wasn't even in the fucking deck of cards, nigga. You could have said a lot of other things. Little Nasty. Little Nasty. I don't like you could have went so many different. You gonna say Little Thug? Nigga, you know how racist that sounds? Dog, that's crazy, bro. And meanwhile, you preaching at a church with fire in the background. When did
I was like, man, that song got a cool beat. I'll never be able to listen to it again. Bunch of devil worshiping, wicked nonsense, pentagram wearing on your Nike tennis shoe 666. You think I'm gonna stand for that? You've lost your mind. You tell Lil Dash X I said so. Bunch of Satanism, bunch of wickedness, bunch of devilism, bunch of demonism, bunch of psychotic wickedness.
He said in an interview that he grew up around Christianity and that his father was a gospel singer. He said that this made him feel very bad when he had these feelings for men. And Lil Nas X added on saying, I even thought if I have these feelings, it's just a test. A temporary test. It's going to go away. God is just tempting me. He continued that after accepting who he is, his video for Montero was rebellious and a form of expression. He was afraid to express who he really was, saying, like, I'm gay, but I'm not gay. Like, I'm gay, but I have to make sure you feel like I can be straight past
say, like, well, I guess he was probably just lying in too. Like, he was just playing the gay shit up. You know what I'm saying? You can't play the gay shit up, you know. What do you mean? But just so that he could get more exposure to an extent.
No, you was dead ass serious.
Dead ass serious. That nigga said, nah, it wasn't that, G.
That dead ass serious. I don't give a damn how you call it, how you put it.
Oh shit, that nigga said, nah, not this time. Not this one.
So this box he felt he was in was very limiting, which explains why he went so all out for this song. Regardless, following all the controversy, he followed up with those Satan shoes, so clearly he was enjoying the attention of the controversy.
He probably had one of his friends.
Nah, this was crazy. The blood in the shoe.
That was wild.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Only 660. Like, why they even bro, I can't lie. We get into a new. Remember, we used to just do this. Pause. This right here, just watch YouTube videos. Like, bro, we was watching YouTube videos when YouTube was first created.
Right.
Like, the year YouTube was created, we used to be watching that one nigga who was just like, my bitch came over, made a sandwich.
Man.
I had to kick the bitch. If any of y'all who don't know this, one, too young. Two, go watch it, because it's still on YouTube to this day.
That's crazy.
That shit need to have 1 billion views. Fuck Wrecking Ball. Like, fuck Wrecking Ball.
That's crazy.
I ain't never see that shit. But I remember one of the first days that I got on YouTube, I saw them niggas doing that shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Got him, and Montero ended up going #1, so it worked. Similarly to some of Madonna's controversies, Lil Nas X mainly pissed people off for his use of religious symbols, especially mixed with the LGBTQ themes. But unlike any of those songs, WAP sparked a lot of outrage without relying on religion at all. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released WAP back in 2020, and it pretty much took over the internet. Aside from its very explicit sexual lyrics,
here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Before we get started, I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with Ben Shapiro. I don't care about what Ben Shapiro think. I don't care about what Ben Shapiro say. He a lying dumbass. Literally. He just talks real fast. I don't like Ben Shapiro. But what he's going to say about this song has valid points. Again, I don't like the messenger. The message is valid. Don't like the messenger, though. At all. I don't even think he should be giving this message out. To be real with you.
Hold up.
That nigga said he don't think
I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P word.
Bro. Like,
make that pullout game weak.
Already,
yeah,
I don't
effing
agree with
some wet ass P word. P word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word.
The music video went just as far. Throughout the video, both Cardi and Megan walk around in a wacky-looking mansion with rooms of wild animals and other interesting designs. But the main thing that caused the controversy was the risky outfits, and of course, the very explicit lyrics. And since the song was so popular, pretty much everyone heard it or saw the video, which left a lot of parents upset. The lyrics and the music video combined were very controversial, invoking widespread outrage, especially again from right-wing influencers, kind of like the Ben Shapiro clip I showed you earlier. That clip is iconic, by the way. You had to include it. I think my impression's pretty good. Wet ass P word. The song did get support from a bunch of groups, but it also got a lot of criticism from the other side. And strangely, also from Carol Baskin from Tiger King, who was angry about the use of big cats in the video. Overall,
sexual shit too. I don't want to hear that nigga do that. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, bro, what the fuck I want to hear a nigga talk about fucking bitches for? Like, I can fuck a bitch on my own time. I want to hear stories. I want to hear intellectual. I want to hear some shit that do sound different, that sound unique, that sound dope. Don't get me wrong. I ain't going to act like I don't want to hear certain things that are Jeezy, for instance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, nigga was very simple. You couldn't say Jeezy is the top, 10 rapper, 15 rapper of all time. But you could be like, Jeezy made some good music that you could fuck with. There's a lot of Jeezys out there in the world, bro. It's a lot of niggas like that who make some good music. They just not the top 10 niggas, top 20 niggas in the game.
Right.
And women as well. Women as well. These women aren't that, though. They aren't that. They are the women who are making, they the tastemakers of what's going on for sure. But they aren't the most talented in any spectrum.
No, they just making music for the hood rats.
And we've always had people like that. They always said MC Hammer was pop.
Right.
And shit like that, because they had real rappers from New York and shit like that who were boom bappity rappity. They like that nigga from the Bay. We don't fuck with it. But it's like Hammer was a real G.
Right.
Like it was a lot of young niggas from New York who was just little peddly pusher ass niggas out there just because the crack era had started at that time. Hammer out there where he was from in the Bay was actually a real nigga, bro. So it's like, it's one of them things where it's like the image, the inception, the thought process is wrong. But when you look at the music and you just break it down to music, Can't Touch This doesn't rise up or match the greatest hip hop songs of all time. Is it one of the biggest hip hop songs of all time? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just like some of the shit Cardi, Bodak Yellow is probably, I think, for women specifically, but even not just women, but in hip hop is one of the biggest songs of all time for a certain. I might be wrong about that one.
This one's pretty simple, and people are just upset about the large amounts of sexuality on display, which really isn't that deep, unlike Michael Jackson's video for the song They Don't Care About Us. So with this song, technically there's 3 different official music videos. The first was shot in Brazil, the second was in a prison set, and the third came out in 2020, which combined footage from both the Black Lives Matter protest scenes as well. But the one that had the most controversy was the original in Brazil. They Don't Care About Us is one of Michael's most
I tried everything, coffee, Pomodoro, and binaural beats, but nothing stuck.
Controversial songs, and was accused of being anti-Semitic for the lyrics "Jew me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, can't say that, don't you black or white me." And there's a bunch of theories about why he said this, especially involving his record label, and I think those are kind of more on the conspiracy end, because Michael himself said the song in fact is about the pain of prejudice and hate, and is a way to draw attention to social and political problems. I am the voice of the accused and the attacked. I am the voice of everyone. I am the skinhead, I am the Jew, I am the black man, I am the white man. I am not the one who is attacking. It is about the injustices to young people and how the system can wrongfully accuse them. I am angry and outraged that I could be so misinterpreted. Overall, the song aims to cover.
I feel like at a certain time, being young and having potential is something that's crazy because you think so highly of yourself. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna be like a Michael Jackson type nigga. And it's just like, nigga, what?
Had to think about that shit.
Bro, no, I had to learn. I had to let life humble me. Like, nigga, not only is you not Michael Jackson, you not Tito Jackson, nigga. You not Randy Jackson, bitch ass nigga. Like, you not none of the Jacksons, nigga. Shit. You ain't Jaren Jackson Jr. You ain't nobody, nigga. Shut the fuck up. So that, but bro, that's the thing. Cause like, even when I, like, it's funny, but in a real perspective, it's like, them niggas play instruments really well.
Man.
They grew up playing instruments their whole life. They grew up with a father who was putting it, and I'm not saying that Joe was right. Because I know that's the funny gag that we can say. But he was putting them niggas through some real tests of them actually being artists and being people who became better at their craft as they got older. Them niggas just didn't have to keep doing that shit because they made enough money and was these type of niggas. Janet and Mike just wanted to be famous, popular, and great. Let me say great. I don't want to make it seem like they just whores for attention. They wanted to be great. Them other niggas just said,
but they were great though.
No,
still is great. To be honest,
still is. Nobody will be the king of pop.
Nah.
And Jenny, as much she one of the most underrated pop stars in her own right when it comes to that music shit, because she got some shit.
Oh, facts.
She got some shit.
for many oppressed people around the world, which led Michael to the favelas in Brazil for the music video. Making the music video was no easy task, since state authorities unsuccessfully tried to ban him from filming, because apparently they feared that images of poverty might affect tourism and accused him of exploiting the poor. The state secretary for Industry, Commerce, and Tourism even demanded editing rights over the final project, and some officials were also concerned that scenes of poverty and rights abuses would affect their chances of hosting the Olympics in 2004, which when that's your main concern isn't the best look for your government. Like, maybe they should have focused a little bit on why Michael was choosing those cities for the video instead of complaining about tourism or the Olympics. And at one point, a judge banned all filming. However, this was eventually overturned. Well, officials were angry. Residents couldn't be happier as they celebrated Michael's presence. They'd catch a little bit of flack for allegedly working with a drug dealer in order to secure the filming locations. Regardless, while this caused a decent bit of controversy for pretty much being an anthem of the oppressed, Michael's second version was the one that faced issues with screen time. In the prison one, real footage was shown of police attacking African Americans, the military crackdown of the protest in Tiananmen Square, the KKK, the assassination attempt of George Wallace, war crimes, genocide, execution, martial law, and other human rights abuses. Because of this, it was pretty much never played on TV, and on YouTube it has less than a tenth of the views of the Rio video. While Michael's videos were controversial because of the subject matter and the government trying to stop him from exposing things, Kanye's next few videos were controversial because he's Kanye. Ye is obviously no stranger to controversy, especially in the last few years, but his history of crossing the line with his music dates back way farther than his recent anti-Semitic stuff. Back in 2010, Kanye dropped Monster as part of his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album. The song features Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, Bon Iver, or is it Bon Iver? I still don't know. And was heavily influenced by popular horror themes. An unfinished version of the music video was leaked just days before its scheduled release, which almost led to Ye shelving it completely, but instead he dropped the finished version months later on his website.
I never even knew Monster had a music video, to be real with you.
The video opened up with an extensive disclaimer pointing out that the video is meant to be taken as art and not misogynistic or targeted at any group. Then it cuts to a video of two seemingly dead women hanging by chains, later on with Rick Ross sitting in a throne surrounded by them. Aside from this, there are pretty much dead girls present in some way throughout the rest of the video, and at one point Ye's holding a decapitated head of one of them by the hair. This sounds really weird and horrible, but apparently there was a reason for it. I guess all of these choices were references to classic horror movies, but a lot of people didn't realize that, and the delivery was received as weird and disturbing. Other publications like Entertainment Weekly and the Rolling Stone described the video and its execution as morbid, offensive, and lacking in creativity. Overall, the music video was received so poorly and rated so controversially that it was fully banned by MTV, which I suppose by this point in 2010 doesn't really matter. Critics at The Atlantic went as far as to say the video was both racist and sexist in nature, specifically due to its unbalanced targeting of white women. The uproar grew so loud that a petition for the video to be scrubbed from all platforms started picking up steam, which led to even Ye deleting it from his YouTube channel. However, in some way, somehow, this was not Kanye's most controversial video. In 2016, Ye put out Famous as part of his The Life of Pablo album, which caused a lot of controversy with its lyrics alone, especially the ones aimed at Taylor Swift. But the music video that debuted as a title exclusive was a bit more shocking, and I don't think anyone saw the concept for the Famous video coming. The video begins with a camera passing slowly over the naked, look-alike sleeping bodies of famous personalities, including George W. Bush, Donald Trump, Anna Wintour, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, Ray J, Amber Rose, Caitlyn Jenner, Bill Cosby, and Kanye himself. At one point, the music cuts out in an eerie pause and the camera jumps to different angles, with the only thing you can hear is breathing. Then at the end, Ye suddenly wakes up and looks directly into the camera. Obviously, all the bodies were synthetic wax sculptures, but they still look shockingly realistic, and the nudity part was also included somehow. Not sure how YouTube allowed that, but they demonetized all my stuff. I don't know why they let that for mine. But this video was so crazy it went viral. Much to my surprise, there was not much reaction from the celebrities pictured, but fans in general were very polarized. While the video wasn't necessarily banned, it rapidly reached over 100,000 dislikes and has now climbed all the way up to almost 750,000, which is insane. But as we've seen in the past few years, stunts like this were only the start for Kanye and the wild run that followed. If you like this, you might like my video about the most controversial songs and songs that were banned, as there's some very interesting stuff in there. So make sure to click the video that's on screen right now.
Hey man, shout out Matty Balls. Pause. That boy be doing this thing. He a young goat. He a young goat at that shit, man. He be doing this shit, man. Shout him out. Go subscribe. Go like. Do whatever you got to. Yeah. I didn't know half of those music videos, if we being honest with you. I've never seen no Madonna music videos other than It's My Life. Don't you forget. But that's because I was probably not really alive long enough to see no other Madonna shit. So that's probably the other reason. What else? You got anything to say?
Nah, like I'm shit. A lot of the shit you finding out, I'm finding out with you.
Yeah, that Mike Jack video shouldn't have even. I don't even get that. That's just hate. That was just pure hate.
Yeah.
That was just straight up hate. Them niggas was on some bullshit. So fuck that. Yeah, man. Shit.